Okay everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. I wanted to get this video out because I think there's some really important information that everyone needs to be aware of with the FIA Manufacturer Championship that is starting on Wednesday. So there is a new rule within the FIA Manufacturer and it's in affiliation with the manufacturer. So whereas we were able to change our manufacturer at the end of each season, you are not able to do that anymore. So you know when you're looking at the track selection, don't base your car choice off of the initial first four tracks. I wanted to let everyone know this because it's really important that people are not just going to ignore this information, because some people won't bother clicking on any of the information within the the news section. Whatever manufacturer you pick for this championship, you are stuck with for all 3 seasons. So you need to bear in mind the first season's only 4 races, so don't judge your selection of any of them first 4 races. It is not important. There's going to be 8 races in season 2 and 10 in season 3, so it is vital that you pick a manufacturer that you are comfortable with throughout any track on the game, because we don't know the tracks that are going to be selected for the other 2 seasons. And I think that everyone needs to be aware of this, because I'm pretty sure there'll be people out there that have just been basing all their choices and their maybe practice last night and today on the 4 tracks that are listed there, even though the information is on the website and it's stated there. And also I wanted to give out some other information which it doesn't state on the there's been no information within the rules and regulations that have been posted so far with regards to the manufacturers that have more than 1 car selection. So for example, we have Toyota, which has 2 separate Group 3 cars, and we also have Renault with 2 separate Group 4 cars, the 2 Megans, and there's a few others which I'm going to list now and go through. And there is some really important information with regards to this, because it doesn't state at the end of season 1 whether you can change one of the cars within the same manufacturer. So this could be really important and quite a good choice to pick one of these cars that has that variety, because if an update comes out on BOP and it weakens one of them, at least you've got another one to fall back on. So there's an opportunity here to take advantage from the cars that have that extra manufacturer. So we'll have a look at these cars now and we'll discuss them as their options. So as you can see there, we have Renault with the 2 Group 4 cars. Now this is probably the one that I'm interested in, purely because there's a lot of variety, and if they don't nerf the Megane Trophy so much, we have the Megane Trophy that is going to be very strong at twisty tracks in the Group 4 cars, and then you have the Megane Group 3 car that Bathurst, Monza, tracks like that where it could be competitive. So if each season, if it comes out, you see that the Group 4 cars could be very strong on fast high-speed track, Le Mans or something like that. If Group 4 goes to Le Mans, the Megane Group 4 front-wheel drive car would dominate that track, I'm pretty sure, along with possibly a couple of others that would be reasonably strong there. So it's really important this, if they allow this, they're not stating whether they're actually allowing this, but my guess is it will be allowed because it's within the same manufacturer, and it's going to be quite a nice little thing, and it gives yourself an option. If the season's not going well for you, one season you didn't like that car, you could then go to the other car if the tracks change, and it just opens up another option. So we'll have a look at the next car now, that the next manufacturer that has this option. So as you can see there, Peugeot also has a very similar thing within its Group 3 cars. So we have 2 separate Group 3 cars within the Peugeot choice. Now I've never really driven the Peugeots. I've tried out the Group 3 car, the RCZ one, the other day very quickly. It's a nice car, just didn't seem to have much power. So I'm not too sure on that category, but again, it's options. I have a feeling that one of them Group 3 cars is better on straight tracks, with a lot of fast straight line speed, and obviously the other RCZ is going to be stronger on the twisty track. So again, that could be an option within that class, and it's another manufacturer that has the options. It's an extra car. It might not be much, but it's something there to alter every season that could give you the edge, a really important edge. Now this is another one with the chance of doing multiple selection. It's BMW. Now the only thing with the BMW is I think the M6 is going to be the choice of everyone in the Group 3 cars. You have 2 choices there in the Z4 and the M6, and I'm pretty sure you're always going to pick the M6. You're not going to pick the Z4. So that is pretty much a conclusion in that one. However, there might be some people that prefer the Z4 or just want to give it a go, or the BOP could change it and improve that Z4. So it's another classic car that just opens up some options, and there is a few more still, so we'll have a look at them now. And finally, as you can see there, we have the Toyota. I think this is the final one now with the multiple choice. You have the two Group 3 cars. You have the new Supra, GR Supra racing car, the Group 3 car, and you have the FT1 Vision Gran Turismo Group 3 car. And, that's two separate cars. Again, slightly different in their performance. Little bit closer, I would say, but again, it's options that if you wasn't liking that one, that it might let you change it for season 2 or 3. It depends on BOP changes. It's just opening up the options. There is other cars that have multiple choices in terms of Lexus, but it's all it is like you have the 2016 version and the 2017 version, which drive identical, and there's not going to be any difference too. So they're the main cars that I've spotted. There might be some others they're the ones that I could think of that had the multiple choice of either a Group 4 or Group 3 car. It's really important because if they change the BOP on one car, they might leave the other one open a little bit more. It might just give you the option to go in that car for the second or third season. I wanted to let everyone know this because some people might not have thought about this and might not have come into their mind. It's the first thing I thought of, and it's the first thing I think they should have really mentioned within the rules. There's been nothing stated within the rules whether this is going to be allowed or so my theory is if they haven't mentioned it, it must be allowed because it's within the same manufacturer. So I don't see why they wouldn't allow you to change the cars within that manufacturer at the end of the season, and it really would be an advantage for Renault, and I think Renault is probably the one that's going to have the biggest advantage purely because of the Group 4 cars. We have won the trophy that twisty tracks. It's a very nice car, very strong, but it's weak on fast tracks like Bathurst and Monza. But then we have the front wheel drive version of that car, which is very strong at Monza and also very strong at Bathurst and tracks like that. So it does open up some choices if they have a season which seems to favour a certain type of track. It just opens up some options that people could take advantage of. I still have no idea what I'm going to pick, and it's a real hard one. The Renault is inviting me in terms of its Megane, but I feel like if this new time model that possibly might come into effect, tomorrow with the update comes in, then you could be in a situation where it doesn't handle the same. I don't know whether they're going to nerf the car. I don't know if a lot of people are going to go this Renault, which I think will do. So I don't really want to be in a group where hundreds of people are going the same car. I want to be like in I want to be in a competitive car that's not overly used. So it's a real hard choice, and I really don't know what car I'm going to pick yet. I might go with Renault. Renault is definitely up there as a choice so far, but I think it's going to be very much a last minute choice that I make my final decision. Anyway, I hope you appreciate this little video I did. I just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of the affiliation rule within the new rules that's come in. Some people might not have been aware, so at least all my subscribers who watch this will be aware of that, and also about giving yourself the option with that added car, if they allow it, could be something to pick, to take advantage of. So if you've enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, and also if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel because I do upload every single race I do in terms of FIA onto YouTube, and they're going to be all on there for the FIA races, all the top split races I take part in, and hopefully we can have some really good races. I think the competition is going to be really strong for this season, so there could be some really good battles going on. So thanks again for watching, and I'll be back very soon.